Good afternoon, people. Now that the dust has settled following the Prime Minister's surprise announcement of a July the 4th general election, we look at what that decision means for the Cheadle property market. After a mixed start over the winter, there has been some signs of a spring bounce just lately. More sellers have been listing their homes for sale. However, buyers remain cautious and many have shelved their plans to buy for the foreseeable future and are waiting for the election, I guess. However, well-priced properties are still selling very well, and we have had two really good months in March and April, whatever is happening nationally. Property prices seem to be holding up well overall, according to recent stats. The latest nationwide house price index says that even after a small monthly fall, they rose 0.6 over the last year. The Halifax house price index says that house prices rose by 1.1% over the same period. The prospects of an interest rate cut sometime soon has also added to some spice to the market. Then the 4th of July general election was announced pretty much out of the blue, with most people expecting it to be in the autumn, and that's put a whole new complexion on things. So, what does the upcoming general election mean for you and the Cheadle property market? History tends to show us that people are cautious about making any big decision at the time of a general election. However, it's worth remembering that as we move into the summer, the market is rarely at its busiest anyway. People are too busy counting down the days until school's out and they can go away on a much needed holiday. So, maybe the market will be a little bit drowsy over the next few weeks, but that's only to be expected anyway. A big factor is probably an interest rate cut. Many experts have been predicting that interest rates would be cut for a few months now, and for that to be the start of the downward trend in the cost of borrowing. Some would have bet their house on it being cut at the next Bank of England meeting on the 20th of June. However, with that being just 2 weeks away now, and a couple of weeks ahead of the election, it seems unlikely that the bank will make any move before then. While we could be wrong, an interest rate cut probably won't happen until the Bank of England has had its subsequent meetings on the 1st of August or the 19th of September, and a lot, I guess, will depend on the reaction of the markets to a new government, whoever that might be. That means some buyers might take the wait-and-see approach. But even before a rate cut, some mortgage lenders are being very competitive in the market for buyers who want to buy now, while others, bizarrely, have been increasing their rates on the QT. The fall in inflation to just 2.3% last month might also be relevant. Some potential buyers might feel they now have a little more disposable income to put towards moving house, but we know it's still very difficult for many people. That brings us to the fact that sentiment is very important in the property market. Many homeowners and would-be homeowners will be looking towards what the main parties are promising for the housing market in the upcoming election. Both main parties are pro-home ownership, both say that they want to make buying a home more affordable and want to appeal to first-time buyers especially. Let's wait and see. How they will achieve this, though, will either of them offer voters any tasty tidbits, like a stamp duty cut or a new Help to Buy scheme? No one knows yet, but we haven't heard a lot about property in this election build-up. We'll all need to keep an eye on the announcements over the next few weeks to find out. Historically, both main parties have promised plenty and delivered a little where housing is concerned. It really is time for both parties to take housing issues in this country seriously. Longer term, both main parties are promising a lot more new houses. How many will get built could affect supply and so affect house prices in the future. The Conservatives promised to build 300,000 new homes each year back in 2019, but later decided to relax that target. Last year, the Labour Party promised to build 1.5 million new homes over the next 5 years if they get into power. So, what should buyers do with the general election coming up? If you're looking to buy, it's only natural that you'll feel you need to tread carefully. But now could actually be a good time to make a move. Once the general election is over and the traditionally busier moving period starts around September, more buyers could have entered the market and it becomes more competitive. There could be an increasing number of competitors for each property that comes up for sale. Prices could even start to nudge up again, so now could be a good time to work out your budget, get your ducks in a row and see what is out there on the market. What should sellers do with the general election coming up? Should you put your house up for sale now or wait until the autumn or even next year? Well, a long-held belief in the property market is that well-priced, well-presented homes and flats will still sell well. So a wise course of action might be to take advice from a good local estate agent, ask them about what interest there is likely to be in your property and what a suitable asking/marketing price might be. You can then decide what's best for you. At the end of the day, there are more positives than negatives about the general election. It might be coming a bit earlier than expected, in just a few weeks now, but everything will be done and dusted and there will be some normality and stability hopefully returning to the markets. There should be a lot more certainty about what lies ahead for the property market, and that will benefit buyers and sellers alike. Nobody likes uncertainty. To get your property related questions answered by local experts, please contact us today. Telephone Joe, Patrick or myself, Maurice, on 01614283663. Email sales@mkiea.co.uk, or why not pop into our office on Cheadle High Street for a chat.